obviously you have a game tonight, but they're going to have the ceremonies for the Boston Marathon Bombers, and they have doctors here and the governor and the police commissioner. What do you think that'll be like to see that?
It'll be nice. They've been through a lot. And I think they can't get enough support. They can't get enough love, so I think it'll be absolutely wonderful for them and for the fans as well. So it's you don't get a chance a lot of times to say thank you to firemen and police. My dad was a cop, and so it's nice that people have a chance and want to thank them. So I think it's terrific.
Have you spoken to any of them, or have plans to speak to any of them?
Yeah, I haven't spoken to any of them here today, but I make a point of it, honestly, every day. Even before this, I've always done that. I had a dad who was a cop, so I know how it is. No one wants you around or likes you until they need you. And, so I've always done that.
Did you anticipate that firing history?
I don't know, one way or the other. I know usually the way it works when NBA security calls, and that call them to tell you they love you, so, and listen, like I said to them, I didn't get fined for being wrong, I got fined for saying it.
Doc, when you look at the video dealing with Raymond Felton, what are the keys to him being as successful as he has been in this series?
He's getting into the paint. He's attacking us, and it's off the dribble. It's in pick and rolls. I mean, he's, Carmelo and J.R. Smith and Kenyon Martin have been fantastic, but you can make the case the guy that's been the most important for them so far in this series has been Raymond Felton. He's been really good.
Has his success in some way been connected to more focus being on Carmelo and J.R., guys that going in you have to at least pay very close attention to?
No, not at all. I mean, we were going to guard him the same. We just haven't done a good job of doing it, So, Avery's been on him. A lot of guys have been on him. He's just beating us right now. We have to do a better job of it.
What about Felton defensively? What have you seen from him trying to make Pierce work for his shots?
Well, I just think he does what he does. He gets under you. He knows that Paul's going to win the power game. He knows that he can win the speed game, so he just tries to use his speed on him.
So how did KD look in practice yesterday? You said you were going to hold him out a little bit.
Yeah, look good. To the point where I had to keep taking him out, and I had to keep hearing him. So that was, I always look at that as a good sign, when he's screaming at me for taking him out of practice.
Doc, any changes in the starting lineup or off the bench rotations?
I don't know. We'll see.
That means maybe.
I just needed y'all to run with something, so I just thought I'd say that. I've worked on that.
Everything okay with Avery, Doc?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He would be the guy, obviously, that we were concerned about.
He said he wasn't feeling well. Is that?
Yeah.
How did he do in practice?
He didn't practice much. He wasn't feeling well, Bill. So we gave him a Tums, and we told him to sit there, and. Honestly, I've had this for 3 years now. When guys are feeling flu-ish or anything, I don't really want them near any other guy. I just think that's pretty sound advice.
That's why they call you Doc.
That's why I'm hoping one of you guys gets sick soon.
What do you make of the Westbrook play? With Beverly going into Westbrook?
Honestly, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I got back and they were talking about the injury, but he was playing, and he was playing really well. So I was surprised, as probably everyone that's wanting to read, that he's going to be out. I mean, that's tough, and so I didn't see the play.
Big loss?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I mean, especially them, because the way they score and how their scoring distribution is divvied up, that's a huge loss.
Coach, the way that Mike Woods has coached the Knicks, anything about his strategy or rotations that has surprised you in the series so far?
No, I don't think there's been a lot of surprises. Players have surprised. I don't want to know if they're surprised, but some guys per game have played better for them than you want them to. I thought Kidd was wonderful in game one. It was more with his defense. And I thought Felton and Kenyon Martin's been good in both games. I think he's been the constant. So.
You said you wanted to see your players playing with desperation at the end of games. What do you sense as they head into this game 3?
Well, I think they're desperate. Really, I don't. I may have said that or not, but I think the Knicks are desperate too. You know, I thought in the second half they were desperate. You know, we had a chance to, you know, steal a game in New York. So we have to have that same way about us. And, you know, obviously we need this game. And if we can get it, then the series is 2-1. And after 3 games, I think that's as close as a series can be from my Marquette education.
Doc, when you talk about your team doing a better job of executing in half court, are there benchmarks that you look for at the end of the game that gives you an indication that happened?
No, you got to watch it. You know, it would be easy to say, well, we shoot 48%, but sometimes you can have games where you were awful offensively, but you had a bunch of great shots. That hasn't happened, but I'm saying that can happen. So that's why it's tough to just go by numbers when you're doing a game or breaking down a game from a coaching standpoint.
When you talk about wanting to take some of the pressure off of Paul Pierce, who has a lot on his plate, what are the options that you're considering at this point in the series?
I don't mind the pressure on Paul, honestly. I want to take pressure off a couple other guys. I think, you know, there's some guys that just, we're asking them to do things they can't do, and we got to relieve the pressure from them. Paul actually likes pressure. He doesn't mind. Carmelo, they don't mind. That's what they do. That's why they make all that money. But we're asking other guys right now to do way too much. We don't have a lot of choices in the matter, but we can add more guards on the floor at times with them. I just think it's just too much, honestly. And so we have to figure out a way of relieving some pressure.
Doc, is there anything you do to prevent the deer in the headlights look when the playoffs come from some of you guys?
No. Make a shot. You know, that always helps. It helped me, I can tell you that. But I don't know if that's it, honestly. You know, give the Knicks credit. I think they've gotten into us in the second half. They've pressured us out of our offense. And, you know, we were concerned about that going into it. Not because of our youth. It's because of, you know, what we have as far as running an offense. So we just have to, and that starts with me, and I tell my guys that. I tell them right after the game. I got to figure out a way of trying to get you guys in a better spot. And then we got to do it. You know, in the first halves, it's like you study and you follow the game plan, but there's not enough intensity or pressure into the game yet. And so it's easy to do. And then when the pressure starts, it takes us out of it. And they've been very successful with that.
Is it more frustrating to lose this way? Like I said, you're not getting good shots and missing them. You're not getting
shots.
You're not running an offense.
Yeah, no, we're not running. Yeah, for me, it's very frustrating. But listen, I understand who we are, and we anticipated some of this. We can be better, and we will have to be better, obviously, to win the game.
Doc, when you said that you wanted to relieve some pressure off of other guys besides Paul, who are the guys you wanted to relieve pressure off of?
I'll let y'all figure that out. I mean, you guys are all smart. Get together, have a little meeting, and you can figure it all out. You know, that's not for me to say.
KJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have to ask more? Do you have to ask more from the bench, especially during these home games? Usually, a little bit more.
Well, you hope for more. I haven't played them a lot, you know, and we may extend it a little bit, not much, you know. But you hope for a little bit more, you know. And you know, we had extended the other day. Kevin gets in foul trouble, so you know, he would be a guy that we'd rather have in.
He's fresh now.
I hope so.
What is it about Jeff Green's allowed to kind of persevere through some challenges that they face, especially that hard?
You know, I don't know. I mean, that's an individual thing, and he's just been, you know, he's kind of, I think people mislabel him at times because he's so quiet, and they get that mixed up with, you know, not having intensity or you know, whatever. But he's a tough kid. I mean, obviously he's playing basketball after a heart surgery, you know, and doing it very well. And now his next step is to become great. And I think he has the ability to do that. And he just knows that there's work to do still. And what I love about him, he's willing to do the work.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.